Today also the last topic already lah. I will explain about the transport of carbon dioxide in blood. Okay, let me. Okay. Mm, okay. So I think we can start now. We can continue now. Okay, so actually the carbon dioxide is more complicated compared to oxygen. Because carbon dioxide we will have three pathway to transport the carbon dioxide in blood compared to oxygen. Oxygen is only have one pathway only this one pathway only. Only this one pathway only, meaning that oxygen is only when it react with hemoglobin, form oxyhemoglobin, and then it release the oxygen from erythrocyte and then go the cells. Just like that. But for carbon dioxide, it's more complicated. It contains three pathway, which we call as blood plasma. Either it is dissolved, the carbon dioxide is dissolved into the blood plasma, or it bind with the hemoglobin, or it undergoes the chemical reaction to form bicarbonate ion. So all of these we will explain it one by one, one by one. Okay. Okay, so about also this is the overall process about the transport of carbon dioxide in blood lah. So normally this is our cells. So the transport of carbon dioxide normally is starting from the cells compared to oxygen. Oxygen is starting from lung, right? So this one is starting from the tissue of the cells. So once the cell is already released the carbon dioxide, it will release the carbon dioxide and then go diffuse into the blood capillary. And then this carbon dioxide will either it dissolve in the blood plasma or it enter the red blood cell erythrocytes. Got two pathway. Either it go to dissolve in the blood plasma, so you see here about 10%. But some of the books say 3%, so it's very 3% also okay. So meaning that it is very little. Only very small amount of carbon dioxide will dissolve in the water only. After that, so another pathway is that it diffuse into the erythrocyte. So what it will cause is the carbon dioxide either is directly react with the hemoglobin to form hemoglobin, or it will undergo the chemical reaction to form bicarbonate ion. Two pathway. When it enter the erythrocyte, either it go to the by directly react with hemoglobin to form carbanoaminohemoglobin, or it will undergo chemical reaction to form bicarbonate ion. Okay, so the most important part is this chemically modified, because almost all carbon dioxide, the larger portion of the carbon dioxide will be using the chemically modified about 60%, but some book I think say about 70%. So any lah, but larger lah. Almost all the carbon dioxide will pass through this pathway. Okay. Okay, so I will explain about firstly I will explain hemoglobin pathway. So hemoglobin pathway is very simple only. Once the carbon dioxide is enter the erythrocyte, it will directly associate with the amino group of the hemoglobin to form the carbonyl compound called carbaminohemoglobin, just like that. It is similar as the oxygen. What happened in oxygen just copy back into the carbon dioxide only for hemoglobin pathway. But the compound, the naming for oxygen is oxyhemoglobin, right? So for carbon dioxide, the compound name is called as carbaminohemoglobin. So normally it's same as the what I mentioned in the oxygen. Normally it will back transport then back to the lung, and then the carbaminohemoglobin will be dissociate to form carbon dioxide and hemoglobin again, and then this carbon dioxide will diffuse into the alveolus for the gaseous exchange. So similar to as the oxygen. What you happen in oxygen, let's copy back to the carbon dioxide only. The pathway is reversible only. Just the difference is the compound name now. The compound name is carbaminohemoglobin, and then this one is hemoglobin pathway. Another pathway is plasma pathway. So this is a very easy pathway, meaning that the carbon dioxide is directly dissolved in the blood plasma only. And then when it dissolves in blood plasma, and then after that, when it reach the alveolus, the carbon dioxide will diffuse back into the alveolus for gaseous exchange. So this is the easiest pathway lah. But that very little carbon dioxide will go through this pathway. So this one is the first two pathway is very easy to understand. Just that the most complicated and then the most important pathway is this hemoglobin and bicarbonate ion pathway, or we call as bicarbonate ion pathway lah. So I think bicarbonate ion pathway. Okay, so this pathway is most important pathway in the carbon dioxide. So you see this diagram. So this diagram is about the body tissue, and then this one is right hand side is lung one. So you see here, once the carbon dioxide is produced and then it diffuses into the blood capillary, and then it enter in diffuse into the erythrocyte. Okay, okay. This carbon dioxide later it will react with water. In our erythrocyte, it will react with our water will form carbonic acid H2CO H2CO3 H2CO3. There are one intermediate what we call as carbonic acid using the one enzyme we call as carbonic anhydrase. You see here this one carbonic acid. Carbon dioxide will react with the water to form carbonic acid with the help of the enzyme we call as carbonic anhydrase. So this is a key enzyme, is very important enzyme, carbonic anhydrase. Okay. After that, once the carbonic acid is formed, it will dissociate into the hydrogen ion and bicarbonate ion using the same enzyme too. Carbonic anhydrase also. It will using the same enzyme also. It will release hydrogen ion and bicarbonate ion. Okay, so if you see here, this bicarbonate ion later it will diffuse out to the diffuse out from the erythrocyte, erythrocyte. So once the bicarbonate ion is diffused out, at the same time, chloride ion need to diffuse into the erythrocyte. Why? Because it need to balance the electrical charge of the erythrocyte. Because if all the bicarbonate ion is diffused out, meaning the electrical charge is imbalanced already. You need to balance the electrical charge. So want to balance electrical charge, so another negatively charged ion called chloride ion will be diffused into the erythrocyte, and then this one will not react anything. It will not react anything. It will not react with hydrogen ion one. Tak react one. Dia dekat sana aja. So dekat sana buat apa? Because want to neutralize the charge only. So this one process we call as chloride shift. So you see here. You see here, this process is called as chloride shift. Chloride shift. So okay, and then you know that there are hydrogen ion ada hydrogen ion dekat sini. So what happened to this hydrogen ion? This hydrogen ion will decrease the pH of the blood, and then you know that hydrogen ion is one of the key ion that can is the acidic ion, right? If you learn chemistry semester 1, you already learn, right? Hydrogen ion can decrease the pH of the blood, acidic environment, and then this hydrogen ion will combine with the hemoglobin to form hemoglobinic acid HHB. So this is the first path. This is the first process inside the body tissue. Okay, once this process is completed, it will transport this erythrocyte. Now the erythrocyte only contain the chloride ion and also hemoglobinic acid only. the bicarbonate ion also can be transported, but it is transported in on the blood plasma. You know that the blood flow, right? The blood flow. So inside the erythrocyte only have chloride ion and also HHB only. And then the plasma, the blood plasma contain the bicarbonate ion. Okay. Once it reach the alveolus, okay, what happened is the chloride ion then it will diffuse out from the erythrocyte. The chloride ion actually inside the erythrocyte, right? So now when it reach the blood capillary of near the alveolus, it will diffuse out, and then this bicarbonate ion outside the erythrocyte in the blood plasma will diffuse back into the erythrocyte, and then it will react with the hydrogen ion again, and then it will form back the carbon dioxide and water. And this carbon dioxide later it will diffuse back from the erythrocyte and then will go to the alveolus for gaseous exchange, and then will be released out from to the atmosphere by our nose. So this is the overall process of the all of the carbon dioxide that transport in bicarbonate ion. So this is more complicated, but it is the most important lah. Because almost all carbon dioxide is using this transportation. Uh, uh, okay. So I think that's all. So any question or not? Got any no understanding or any clue? So this is the explanation lah. So I think I already explained all. So the most important is carbonic anhydrase, carbonic acid, and then chloride shift. And then another one, nothing lah. I think I already explained all all of it. So any question about the topic? Okay, so if no question, then I will end the class. So I am very sorry just now. If the emergency cases I need to settle. So hopefully everyone is clear about this. If have anything not clear, please inform me. Ask me now. No. I think this one is very easy, right? Because I think almost all of the topic you already learned in S SPM. I think lah, I think. So actually for today class is until here. If no question, uh, repeat carbon dioxide part. Okay. Yeah, maybe some of you is missing. Actually, carbon dioxide part is already explained that compared to oxygen is more complicated. We have three pathway, right? Three pathway, blood plasma, hemoglobin, and bicarbonate ion. So you see this diagram lah. This diagram already overall process lah. So normally the first pathway is the plasma, meaning that the carbon dioxide is directly dissolved in the blood plasma. This is the very easiest pathway. And then another pathway is that the carbon dioxide is diffused into the erythrocyte. Okay, once it diffuses in the erythrocyte, it will go through either one pathway. The either one is similar to oxygen, directly bind to the hemoglobin to form carbaminohemoglobin only. And then another one is go to the chemically process, meaning that the carbon dioxide will react with water molecule, to form carbonic acid. This one to form carbonic acid, and then carbonic acid, and then dissociate back into the hydrogen ion and bicarbonate ion using the enzyme we call as carbonic anhydrase. Okay, and then once it form this ion, this bicarbonate ion will diffuse out from the erythrocyte into the blood plasma, and then at the same time the chloride ion will diffuse back into the erythrocyte Why like this? Because it need to balance the electrical charge inside the erythrocyte. Because once the carbon ion already released out, meaning that the charge of the inside the erythrocyte is imbalanced already. So we need to balance it. The chloride ion will be diffused into the erythrocyte. So this process we call as chloride shift. Chloride shift process. This right, chloride shift. Okay, so once this process is completed, it will be transported from the cell tissue, blood capillary into the blood capillary that near the lung lah, our lungs. So once it like that, the bicarbonate ion inside the blood plasma will be diffused back into the blood, into the erythrocyte again, and then the chloride ion will be diffused out from the erythrocyte into the blood plasma. And then this hydrogen bicarbonate ion will react with hydrogen ion, form back the carbonic acid, and then form back again to the carbon dioxide and water. And then this carbon dioxide molecule will diffuse out from the erythrocyte into the blood plasma, and then back to the alveolus for gaseous exchange. And then this carbon dioxide will be released to atmosphere lah, by our nose. So that's overall process of like this lah. And then the plasma pathway is very easy. Just dissolve in the blood plasma and then directly transport into the alveoli and then diffuse back to the alveolus. And then hemoglobin is similar to the oxygen one. Oxygen one. Just that the compound of the oxygen is oxyhemoglobin, but for carbon dioxide is carbanohemoglobin, carbon dioxide. The differences lah. And then the others is reversible to the oxygen lah. What happened in oxygen just reverse back to the carbon dioxide for hemoglobin pathway. So I think that's all for today. So I think hope the repeat is more understanding.